Well, do you know Ba Ba Black Sheep? Today we'll take a look at the darker side of it, and we suggest parental discretion advised because we look at the dark side of nursery rhymes. Ba Ba Black Sheep is an English nursery rhyme, the earliest printed version of which dates around about 1744. The words have not changed much over 2.5 centuries. It is sung to a variant of the 18th century French melody. Now, excuse me if I butcher this. AWyDGx. Or if you want, ABC song, the alphabet song, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and a few others. So the modern version tend to take the following form, basically. Bob, Bob, black sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, yes, sir, 3 bags full. 1 for my master, 1 for my dame, 1 for the little boy who lives down the lane. The rhyme is a single stanza in trochaic meter, which is common in nursery rhymes and relatively easy for young children. The Road Folk Song Index, which catalogs folk songs and their variations by number, classifies the song as 4439. Variations have been collected across Great Britain and North America. As I was saying, the melody of the rhyme is usually sung in a variant to the 18th century, the Old French melody, as I said, which also is used for Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, Little Polly Finders, and the alphabet song, of course. The words and melody were first published together by AWyDGx back in Nursery Songs and Games, published in Philadelphia in roughly about 1879. The text was translated by a Swedish person by the name of August Stridberg for Baron I. Skokin in 1872. And then the Swedish edition of Babes in the Woods to the Swedish text and melody was written by Alice Tegner and published in the songbook Sång med oss mamma, 1892. Now, if I said that wrong, sorry. I don't speak Swiss, so if it was supposed to be more of a Swiss dialect, can't help that. Where the black sheep is now a white lamb. Okay. One of the most popular Swedish children's songs, and of course, throughout all of America. As with many nursery rhyme, attempts have been made to find origins and meanings of the rhyme, most of which have no corroborating evidence. Catherine Elwes Thomas, in The Real Personages of Mother Goose, 1930, suggested the rhyme referred to resentment of the heavy taxation on wool. This has particularly been taken to refer to the medieval English Great or Old Custom wool tax of 1275, which survived until the 15th century. More recently, the rhyme has been alleged to have a connection to the slave trade, particularly in the southern United States of America. This explanation was advanced during debates over political correctness and the use and reform of nursery rhymes in the 1980s, but has to no supporting historical evidence. Rather than being negative, the wool of black sheep may have been prized as it could be made into dark cloth without dyeing. The rhyme was first printed in Tommy Thumb's Pretty Songbook, the oldest surviving collection of English languages of nursery rhymes, published in about 1744, with the lyrics very similar to the contemporary version. So it kind of goes like this. Ba, ba, spelled as B-A-H, not B-A-A, black sheep, have you any wool? Yes, Mary, have I, 3 bags full. 1 for my master, 1 for my dame, 1 for the little boy that lives in the lane. Okay, so you notice how that was changed. But in the next surviving printing of Mother Goose's melody in 1765, the rhyme remained the same except the last lines, which were given as, but none for the little boy who cries in the lane. Okay? Modern controversies emerged over changing the language of Ba Ba Black Sheep in Britain from 1986 because it was alleged in the popular press it was seen as radically dubious. This was based only on rewriting of the rhyme in one private nursery as an exercise for the children there and not on any local government policies. A similar controversy emerged in 1999 when reservations about the rhyme were submitted in Birmingham City Council by a working group on racism in children's resources, which were never approved or implemented. Two private nurseries in Oxfordshire in 2006 altered the song to Baba Rainbow Sheep, with black being replaced with a variety of other adjectives like happy, sad, hopping, pink. Commentators have asserted that these controversies have been exaggerated or distorted by some elements of the press as part of a more general campaign against political correctness. So, even though we know that most people, when you go to search and look about Baba Black Sheep, it goes back to the wool tax of the medieval century. But it also did have a lot of darker meaning towards those from South Africa or any other continent which we deemed as being black people into the slave trade as well. Plus, not only that, but they also looked at it as the black sheep as being one that, when they took its wool, they didn't have to do anything to it. It was almost kind of perfect and also imperfect at the same time. So this is just your basic little meaning behind Baba Black Sheep, Dark Side of Nursery Rhyme.